guys, welcome to another voiceover. I wanted to voice over Sassy and I's first jump of 2021. I haven't jumped her since December, I think from my Bradley cane clinic, and I just decided to pop her over just a small, I think 18-inch fence going both directions. So here I am warming her up at the canter, and she was actually being really quiet at the canter this day. I was slowly bringing her back into work, so for a few rides I did just walk trot, and then I started incorporating the canter. That transition wasn't great. She was actually not being great to stop there just with my voice cues, but I just put pressure on the reins, and then she did end up coming down to a trot, and just bringing her down to a walk and giving her a little pat to walk off. And then we're about to go the other direction, so I'm just picking up a nice, hopefully relaxed trot, but you can see Sassy is chomping a little bit. She just loves to canter, and she finds it very fun, so she can get a little bit giraffe sometimes, especially when she anticipates the canter. So I asked her to soften, but I still don't like the way she isn't stepping under, and I did ask for the canter right there. Sassy likes when I ask in a half seat to kind of get off her back, and I think once she gets stronger and more balanced in her canter, and once I can start getting her more on the bit and just more in a better outline, so she is moving a little bit better, I think our transitions will get better. And I only did a lap or so of canter each direction because she does get pretty spicy if you canter her too much. And coming up to this first jump right here, it was actually pretty good. Sassy tends to drift out to the right going this direction, and then tracking left, she drifts to the left. So I do want to work on that, but I just wanted to pop her over the jumps today just to see how she'd be. I got launched right here, but I made sure to not pull on her mouth. I just lifted my hands up and let the reins slide. And coming down, she was definitely very excited. As you can see, she has a lot of knee action because she's just kind of prancing. But I decided to get her moving forward. Sassy does tend to not always listen to my, especially inside leg, when I am asking her to turn towards a jump. She kind of just bulges sometimes, and it isn't very pretty. And this was the last time going this direction, and I was happy with it. She's not rushing as bad at the trot, and she is listening to me more as I ask her to come back to me. But as you can see, she wants to give me a little sass right there, but it was just because I probably should have asked her a little bit more softly to come down. And I'm walking her out right here. Now we're preparing to go to the other direction. And as you can see, she's getting definitely more hyper. And she tends to get that way when we jump. So I did ask her to halt right here. If you see me lifting my hands, I actually don't have a really tight contact on the reins. She does chew a lot, so it looks worse than it actually is. So she did canter about a step before. And as you can see, she does drift to the left right here. So I asked her to halt, and I think she's remembering this from the Bradley clinic, which is awesome. But here we had a miscommunication. She was trying to rush, and I was trying to check her back, but she kind of just was gaping her mouth and avoiding the bit. So she did have a little stop, but Sassy is not a dirty stopper at all. I also should have had a more forward trot, but she was kind of shoving her head up in the air and not wanting to move forward and just kind of moving very invertedly. So I just asked her to turn the other direction. And I'm just going to walk her for a sec, get us to collect our thoughts. And I'm going to ask her to come in at the trot again. But I did turn a little bit short just because I don't want her to anticipate too much. And she did rush this. But I did actually grab her mane on the right side to avoid me catching her in the mouth if she did decide to get a little bit sensitive in her mouth. And I actually think that she jumped it more round and she didn't rush as bad the next time right here. And this was the last time I jumped her that day. So she did rush and canter a couple steps beforehand, but she definitely wasn't as heavy on my hands. I asked her to halt right here and walk her off.